The garden has its own rhythm, a silent but powerful story that unfolds in front of us with every new leaf and every fresh bloom. Today, that story takes a delicious turn, because this is not just about planting, it's about nurturing, rooting, and creating a future full of sweetness. Strawberries, with their ruby red glow and irresistible taste, carry more than just flavor. They carry the promise of summer mornings, family gatherings, and the simple joy of picking fresh fruit straight from your own backyard. That's why this project update feels so meaningful. It's not just gardening, it's a journey of growth, patience, and reward. When I first started rooting these strawberries, it wasn't about instant results. It was about trusting the process, believing that tiny runners and fragile roots could transform into strong, fruit-bearing plants. Watching them slowly take hold, stretching roots into soil, has been a lesson in persistence. Every little change, the first firm grip of roots, the steady growth of leaves, was like a victory. And now, bringing them into the garden is a moment worth savoring. This is the stage where the dream becomes reality, where planning and patience finally meet the earth. Strawberries aren't just another plant. They're one of those crops that connect us emotionally to the soil. Think about it. One plant has the power to produce dozens of berries, season after season, rewarding your care with flavor and abundance. They represent cycles, roots digging deeper, runners spreading wider, new life branching out from the old. As I transfer these rooted strawberries into the garden, I'm reminded of how nature works in partnerships, with every plant giving back if we take the time to give first. The preparation for planting has been just as important as the planting itself. Choosing the right spot in the garden wasn't random, it was intentional. Strawberries crave sunlight, at least 6 to 8 hours of it, to develop their sweetness fully. I have picked a bed that catches the morning rays, giving them the gentle warmth they need to thrive. The soil here is loose, enriched with compost, and ready to cradle the roots. Preparing the ground wasn't just about digging holes, it was about creating a home, a foundation where these plants could flourish. And that foundation matters, because no matter how healthy a plant begins, it's the environment that determines whether it thrives. As I place each strawberry plant into the soil, I feel that mix of anticipation and pride. Every hole I dig feels like planting hope. The delicate roots must be spread carefully, not bunched or buried too deeply, because strawberries don't like to be smothered. The crown, the heart of the plant, must rest at the surface, where air and light can reach it. It's almost symbolic. Growth starts where the crown touches the light. Each plant goes into the earth with intention, with space to grow, and with the thought that soon, they'll be part of a living, breathing strawberry patch that keeps giving back. This project hasn't been without challenges. Some runners were slow to root, some leaves wilted unexpectedly, and there were days I wondered if the effort would pay off. But that's the truth about gardening, it's not always about perfection, but about persistence. You adjust, you learn, and you keep going. And that's exactly why this update feels so rewarding. Every plant that now rests in the soil is a survivor, a little fighter that pushed through, ready to give something back. That resilience makes every berry that will grow from these plants even more meaningful. Strawberries are also about community. Once they establish, they send out their own runners, creating more plants, more growth, and more abundance. It's as if one small plant knows how to multiply generosity. In a way, this mirrors the act of gardening itself. The more we give to the soil, the more it gives back to us, in flavors, in beauty, in nourishment. And if you've ever shared a bowl of fresh strawberries with friends or family, you know that they carry joy beyond taste. They spark conversations, they bring smiles, and they become part of memories. Watering the newly planted strawberries is a ritual in itself. The soil drinks it in, surrounding the roots, helping them settle into their new home. It's a reminder that growth is sustained not by one act, but by consistency. Regular watering, gentle care, and the patience to wait for results are what transform small starts into abundant harvests. There's something grounding in watching water seep into the soil, knowing it's the invisible lifeline that will push these plants forward. It's a quiet act, but it's one that carries so much meaning. The beauty of this project is that it's not just about me. These plants will soon tell their own story. They'll flower, attract pollinators, and bear fruit. They'll change the look of this garden bed, transforming it into a lively patch filled with the promise of sweet rewards. And when the first fruits appear, bright against the green leaves, it will be a reminder of this very moment, when they were just being tucked into the soil with care. That's the reward of gardening, seeing time, effort, and patience come together in ways that feel almost magical. There's also something timeless about strawberries. Generations before us have grown them, picked them, and celebrated them. They're part of traditions, recipes, and stories. Planting them today connects us to that history while also creating a future where fresh berries are just a step outside the door. That connection, between past, present, and future, is one of the reasons gardening feels so fulfilling. It reminds us that the simplest acts, like rooting strawberries, carry a legacy that goes far beyond our own hands. As I walk through the garden now, looking at the freshly planted strawberries, I can already picture the months ahead. Flowers opening to the sun, bees buzzing gently from bloom to bloom, and the first small berries forming, slowly blushing from white to pink to red. That anticipation fuels the care I put in today. Every weed pulled, every watering can poured, every moment spent watching them grow, it's all building toward those first tastes of summer. What excites me most is not just the harvest, but the journey. Rooting strawberries has been a project of patience, and now planting them feels like a new chapter. But gardening doesn't end here. It continues, season after season, with new challenges and new rewards. These strawberries will keep evolving, and so will the lessons they teach: patience, resilience, and the beauty of growth. And just like these plants, we too can root ourselves, grow steadily, and bloom in our own ways. This project is more than an update. It's a reminder that nature always works in rhythms and cycles, and that we are a part of it. These strawberries will give fruit, runners, and joy for years to come. But right now, in this moment, it's about the simple act of planting, of giving them a home in the garden and trusting that the best is yet to come. So as we wrap up this update, the story is only beginning. Each plant now in the soil carries the potential for sweet harvests, for new life, and for countless moments of joy. The garden may look calm now, but beneath the surface, roots are stretching, life is building, and the promise of strawberries is already on its way. And when the time comes to share that first harvest, it won't just be fruit. It will be the reward of patience, care, and the love for gardening that makes every moment worth it.